My name is Pétur Guðjónsson. I'm a director and script writer.
My name is Úlfhildur Örnólfsdóttir, and I'm an assistant director and screenwriter for Hvar, Draumurinn.
My name is Jokka Birnudóttir, and I'm assistant director and scriptwriter.
This story, Hvar, Draumurinn, it all began, I was working in a treatment center for girls from the age 13 to 18. My job was, among others, to make short films, and a girl who had been in that treatment center recently died, and we got inspired to make a script for a short film about similar story, about kids and in a situation they can't handle. So we made, in that treatment center, we made a short film, but that film is not for public. And I decided that one day I have to make a public version with another actors and another crew. Then I talked to Jokka and Úlfhildur about rewriting the script and making a short film together about similar story.
Hvar, Draumurinn came to be when Pétur contacted Jokka and I and asked us to collaborate on this project with him. He was remaking a short film that he had made some years before when working at a treatment center for young girls. So the three of us came together and made a new script from Pétur's baseline. He had this story he wanted to tell. It's a story based on true events. He had the baseline of the story, and together we wrote a whole new script with new characters and new scenes. But even though we created this story and wrote this script, everything in it, the situations, the scenarios, and the characters, it's all based on true events, real people, and things that we know to have happened in real life. Unfortunately, because most of those things are really sad and awful, but they exist, and that's what we base this film on.
When Pétur came with this idea to me and Úlfhildur, I thought it was great because I've been working with victims of abuses, and I thought this could be a very good story to tell. We started to write, and we didn't have no money or any knowledge, but we did it in 10 days, and it was an amazing time.
Pétur and Jokka have worked on a lot of projects together, but this was my first time working with them, and my first time working on a project like this, on filmmaking, and I think it went great. It was really fun. But working together like this, I think it went very well, and I think writing the script came really easily to us. We kind of got into this similar gear with each other, and I think the way we worked together really complemented our style of writing and our style of storytelling. And whenever one of us would get an idea, the others would sort of work with that one person and roll this idea around, and we would form it into something we were all happy with. So I think we made a great team.
There was not many disagreements. One man, two women, what can go wrong? I think respect for each other is the key, and we always find solution and find our ideas a way to meet halfway, maybe. I think that's the key.
The three of us haven't made any plans to do other films together, but it could happen. I don't see any reason why we couldn't do it. Maybe surrounding this subject or something completely different. We might collaborate together like this again, but we might also go separate ways. We were a team of 3. Maybe one will do another film on their own, or maybe 2 out of 3 will do something like this together, or maybe the 3 of us come together again on another project. Anything can happen, really.
We, Pétur, have been working together in many plays and scripts since 2012, and it was great to have Úlfhildur with us because she came with a new vision. And I always say Pétur is my yang and yin yang in the acting, so there's no problem for us, and it was great to have no problem with 3 of us.
I think it surprised me most how difficult it is to take the pictures in my head and put it on get it visual for the crew. I had directed and produced plays on stage, but that is completely different.
When it came to casting, we advertised open tryouts and anyone could sign up. And it was really amazing to see how many people were interested in working on this project with us. And it was really inspiring to see how many people were willing to give us their time and give time to this film we were making. And the same goes for the whole crew we had. We had no money for this film and couldn't pay any cast or any of the crew. Most of them are leading regular lives and they have their jobs and their families and a whole life to lead, but they still worked with us and gave us their time and helped us make this film happen with just their willingness and passion to do so. And without that, we couldn't have done this, not at all. And with that comes a lot of gratitude.
We got more people with us. We got a technical crew, camera people, and everyone was everyone want to help us and be in that group. Make a short film. It was only one problem. We had no money and didn't know anything. But the crew was ready and we have to do it. We're just going to do it. And we put an ad on social media asking for actors. We got very talented amateur actors. And then it was day 1 to film.
We worked through the hours and through the days, and it was cold and it was great and it was so much fun. And in a way, it's so sad. It's a very sad stories we're telling. And often is it that reality is so much worse than movies are.
With this film, we want to show people in a truthful way how bad things can get. That it really doesn't take much for things to get out of control and out of hand. And what may seem innocent and playful at first can really easily take a turn for the worse and lead to something horrible and traumatic and leave you with life-altering scars. This is also a very sensitive subject, but it needs to be talked about, and it needs to be talked about in a truthful way. We need to talk about bad stuff. We need to show people, especially our young people, just how bad things can get and how easily everything can go wrong.
What I want to see with this movie is I want people to see it and understand that it's only one sip or only one pill. Or
this film is supposed to have a shocking effect. Behind all characters in the film, there's a true character. We changed names and maybe gender, but it's all based on true events. It's based on true story.
We need to have this discussion and show people, our youth especially, that their lives are too valuable for them to be making those kind of risks. They are worth so much more.
So please, if you watch this, talk to your kids, show it to them, make them understand.
This is a wild world mostly controlled by older men using young kids. And the main message is the party will always take an end.
It's only one wrong turn in the life to disaster.
You only need to attend maybe once in a party and you never come home again. So I think that is the energy of making this film. We have to tell the story.